Hi everybody, it's vacation time. Are you looking forward to your vacation? Yeah, me too. It's such a wonderful time. You get to visit places you always wanted to go. You manage to visit relatives who you might not have seen for the entire year. And you get to enjoy the sun. Well, at least in some places. And yet, there's always a little bit of stress associated with vacation. I'm sure you're familiar with this experience. You're taking 3 weeks of vacation, and then it takes you 1 week to actually detach from work. Then you enjoy vacation for 1 week or 1 week and a bit, and then you already start worrying about getting back to work. So just in the right time for vacation, I wanted to share with you a couple of thoughts that hopefully will help you and hopefully will ease a little bit the transition to vacation and way back to work. Thought number 1, get rid of your feeling of guilt. You deserve your vacation. It's amazing how many people actually feel guilty about taking vacation and they end up not taking vacation at all or just a few days here and there, bits and pieces. I don't get it. It's not only that you deserve your vacation, you truly need it. I'm sure I'm not telling you anything new here, but you know that it's not the pressure and the stress at work that is harming us and it's killing us. It is the lack of recovery. It's the lack of recovery that is allowing the stress and the pain to become continuous and then allowing it to do all the harm that it does. It's the same thing, a very familiar example, when you go to the gym and you try to build your muscle, when you push your muscle to the very end and to the limit and you put the pressure which is needed in order for the muscle to grow. But the growth happens in the recovery, it happens during the resting. So please be aware of this and never ever doubt the need for vacation. Take your vacation, you deserve it, you need it, enjoy it. Thought number 2, prepare well in order to detach more easily in the beginning of your vacation. See, the reason, at least one of the reasons why I think we have these difficulties in detaching in the beginning of the vacation, detaching from work, is because we have these nagging feelings whether we kicked off the right things, whether we informed the right people, whether we trained enough so that things happen in our absence. And it's a little bit of a paradox because we put so much effort the week before vacation. Oh boy, the week before vacation is the most productive week ever. I mean, I can speak at least from my experience, but the week before vacation, I've never been any more productive than the week before vacation. And why is it like this? It is because we have a very specific goal. The goal is, I don't want to come back and have all these things on my table that need to be done. It's a very single-minded goal. It's clearly visualized. You see how it will look like when all these things are on your table, and you have even an emotion attached to it. You will know how it will feel when you come back and you have all these things that need to be dealt with. So you do all these effort before. You put so much energy in preparing well, and still things don't move forward as you might have wished for during your absence. So why is this happening, and what can you do about it? Here's what I suggest to you. During this period of time, this period of the summertime where really people have their minds, they're in a different mood and they have their minds not particularly at work but on other things, put a little bit more emphasis on the why. Explain with a little bit more enthusiasm the why these things that you delegate to people need to be done during your absence and what the impact would be if you and if they get these things done during your absence. Your goal should always be that people don't need to come back to you. And your goal should be also that you don't need to feel that you need to get back to them. Prepare in a way, and particularly important is for people to understand the why. Prepare in a way that will make these nagging feelings not come up with you during your vacation time. You know, nobody likes to get dumped on things where he doesn't understand the proper context. Nobody likes it. So put a little bit more context and the emphasis on the why. Another way to detach more easily in vacation, besides the preparing well to allow people to actually do the work, is to focus well and to occupy the focus of your mind. I will give you an example of what I mean by that. Have you ever been on a winter vacation and where we normally take, 2, 3, 4 days, maximum a week? When we go on winter vacation and we run and hit the slopes, there's no time for us to think about anything else. Our mind is fully occupied and we are engaged and involved directly in this activity, and we don't have the feeling, and any difficulty, in fact, to detach easily from work. So that's what I suggest to you for your more extended period of summer vacation as well. So if you, of course, go on vacation and you have a week at your relatives, then you take a few days off on the seaside or maybe on the mountainside, and then you come back and visit other relatives for another week, of course you give your mind the opportunity to wander off and think about things the mind shouldn't be thinking of. So find activities that occupy your mind, because you and I both know we can do multiple things at the same time, but we cannot focus on multiple things at the same time. So leverage that, trick your mind, and do things that actually will need all the attention of your mind and all its focus so that it doesn't go away and think of work. Thought number 3. Getting back to work more easily and not worrying about getting back to work. Be more efficient getting back to work. Now, the reason why we worry about getting back to work is because we know there's going to be a lot of distractions. We fear already all the emails that are going to be in our inbox waiting for us to be dealt with. And we know that there's going to be a lot of people we need to talk to when getting back from vacation. Now, what I suggest here that you do is, in order to avoid this stressful thinking, prepare upfront in a way that will allow you to feel more at ease with understanding what needs to be done. One thing that helped me very, very much was instead of worrying for a couple of days, getting back to work, tell yourself, make a contract with yourself up front that you say the Sunday before going to work, the Saturday, the Friday, whatever day suits you well. You say you're going to set 2 hours aside and you go through the list and you create an overview of the things that you need to be dealing with as soon as you hit the workplace, as soon as you hit the desk. I found it very, very helpful that the first day or the first 2 days when you come back to work, you actually understand exactly what you want to be doing. These are the key activities or the key deliverables you want to be focusing on, and these are the key people you need to follow up with on those things that you delegated before moving on to vacation. And when you go through your emails just during the vacation, if you take your time, you will have this big overview. It's not about doing these things, it's about creating the overview and being very, very specific and clear on those things that you need to be doing. Because when you do this, coming back to work will allow you to not do anything else but those activities. It will give you small wins, it will give you the opportunity to move things forward, and you will feel much more comfortable having done it this way. It is really, really wrong to wait until managing your emails until the day you come without tackling the important things first. Those things that actually you've been working so hard before the vacation to get kicked off before the vacation. This way you will always have the time needed to engage and socialize with your colleagues, to share your wonderful vacation experiences and allow them to share this, because this is what it is about. It's about getting together and sharing all these great experiences that we had during vacation, during this wonderful, wonderful time. So these were the 3 thoughts. Number 1, own your vacation. Get rid of the feeling of guilt. It's yours. You deserve it. You need vacation. Please feel good about it. Number 2 was to prepare well. Prepare well by making people understand the why behind your delegation, and by also finding ways to interact with things during your vacation that occupy your and take the focus of your mind, to not let him think of things at work. And number 3 was to create a very clear understanding of what needs to be done in the very first 1 or 2 days, to very precisely understand the people you need to interact with and the 2-3 key deliverables and activities that you need to be doing when you hit the desk back from vacation. I hope this was helpful. It was, for me in the past at least, very much helpful. I hope it served you. I'm wishing you really a great time and a relaxing break during your vacation period. Until the next post, have a great, great time.